ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम एकादश स्कंधः मुक्तिर्हित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ षड्विंशोऽध्यायः। फ्रॉम 9th श्लोक। ऐल उवाच अहो मे आत्मसम्मोहः येनात्मा योषितं कृतः क्रीडामृगश्चक्रवर्ती नरदेवशिखामणिः सपरिच्छदमात्मानं हित्वा तृणमिवेश्वरं यान्तीं स्त्रियं चान्वगमं नग्न उन्मत्तवदृदन् कुतस्तस्यानुभावः स्यात् तेज ईशत्वमेव वा योऽन्वगच्छं स्त्रियं यान्तीं खरवत्पादताडितः किं विद्यया किं तपसा किं त्यागेन श्रुतेन वा किं विविक्तेन मौनेन स्त्रीवीर्यस्य मनोहृतं स्वार्थस्याकोविदं धिङ्मां मूर्खं पण्डितमानिनं योऽहमीश्वरतां प्राप्य स्त्रीभिर्गोखरवज्जितः सेवतो वर्षपूगान् मे ऊर्वश्या अधरासवं न तृप्यति आत्मभूः कामः वह्निराहुतिभिर्यथा पुंश्चल्यापहृतं चित्तं कोऽन्वन्यो मोचितुं प्रभुः आत्मा रामेश्वरमरुते भगवन्तम् अधोक्षजं बोधितस्यापि देव्या मे सूक्तवाक्येन दुर्मतेः मनोगतो महामोहः नावयति अजितात्मनः किमेतयानोपकृतं रज्वा वा सर्पचेतसः रज्जुः स्वरूपा विदुषः योऽहं यद् अजितेन्द्रियः क्वायं मलीमसः कायः दौर्गन्ध्याद्यात्मको अशुचिः क्व गुणाः सौमनस्याद्याः ह्यध्यासो अविद्यया कृतः पित्रोः किं स्वनुभार्यायाः स्वामिनोऽग्नेः स्वगृध्रयोः किमात्मनः किं सुहृदाम इति यो नावसीयते तस्मिन् कळेबरे मेध्ये तुच्छनिष्ठे विसज्जते अहो सुभद्रं सुनसं सुस्मितं च मुखं स्त्रियाः त्वं मां सरुधिरस्नायो मेदो मज्जास्थिसंहतौ विण्मोत्रपोये रमतां कृमीणां कियदन्तरम् अथापि नोपसज्जेत स्त्रीषु स्त्रैणेषु चार्थविदु विषयेन्द्रियसंयोगात् मनः क्षुभ्यति नान्यथा अदृष्टाश्रुत अश्रुताद्भावात् न भाव उपजायते असंप्रयुञ्जतः प्राणान् शाम्यति स्थिमितं मनः तस्मात् संगो न कर्तव्यः स्त्रीषु स्त्रैणेषु चेन्द्रियैः विदुषां चाप्यविस्रब्धः षड्वर्गः किमु मादृशाम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अयं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चत कर्हिषित। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam Ekadasha Skandha Muktirhitva Anyatha Rupam Swarupena Vyavastiti Atha Shadvimshodhyayah Shri Bhagavanuvacha Ailavvacha. Close the eyes for 10 seconds. Remember entire Bhagavata Acharya Parampara from Parabrahma up to our own Gurus. Also remember the avatars in Bhagavata from that Kurma avatara in the beginning to the last one shown will be the Matsya avatara. Pray to all of them to give such antakaranam that the highest knowledge, wisdom that is given through these Purana Itihasas enters in the same depth and height into our hearts so that all the ignorance, imaginations, projections, delusions, whatever are there in our heart, are removed permanently so that we experience the bliss and beatitude of the self within, self without. Without the Ishvara Guru Kripa, it won't happen. With Ishvara Kripa, certainly, definitely, undoubtedly, it will happen. While we are putting our own efforts, let us invoke their Kripa also. Now, in this 26th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna is telling the Pururava Upakhyana to tell us about the downfall because of Asanga. So, sangam na kuryat asatam, shishnodara trupam kwachitu. That is the main sentence. He is proving. Now, here 5-6 things we have to keep in mind. First thing is what? The Urvashi for Pururava is equal to anything other than Paramatma in general and in our life. Urvashi and his story is only in a pratika, a symbolic exemplary story of an example. We have to take it as not only Urvashi, but all attachment which we have to all the things and beings with whatever the expectations we have from them. Most predominant of all of them being Urvashi, that story is taken. Second is what? In life, as long as we are in the human deha, till we reach Paramatma through sadhana, we either reach Urvashi or Urvashi approaches us in some or the other form. Every time I will not repeat. Then it is her approach and tempts us to get infatuated, or it is our approach with our own projection, imagination that we get infatuated. The reason can be both anyway, but we get caught up. If we get caught up, then we may get happiness for some time. Definitely. The gross outer happinesses of sense ticklings, etc. Now, third thing very certainly we have to understand is either Urvashi will leave and go us or we have to leave her. It is pakka. If we ourselves and leave and go, we are wise. If we go on hanging on to with strongest attachments and expectations of permanency from her, like Pururava, suddenly one day when the inevitable happens, that she will leave and go, the pain is depending on how deeply you are attached, how strongly you are enslaved, how much are the expectations, desires from that particular object or person. Depending on that, that much deep will be the dukkha. Now, while being involved in Urvashi or anybody, what is another important line of thinking is this most divine opportunity called as human life, with all its opportunities of purifying our antakarana, serving the world and fulfilling our dharma, becoming a devotee to the Lord, controlling all our faculties, managing, mastering them, transcending them to know the Paramatma. All these beautiful opportunities that come to us in human life as a human being, to all of them we remain closed doored. We are inside, we close the door while involving in any of these attractions or attachments. Example as Urvashi here. Now, this is inevitable that she will live and go. Prepare mentally in life that everything being conducive situation, convenience, or any Vishaya Sukha, anything, including Dehadi, the dynamism of youth age, the activeness, the ability to enjoy through all the senses, including this, one day everything will leave. So be prepared and involved. Then, when you are prepared, the pain is less. More wisdom is what? Anyway, when they are living, why not hold on to something which never leaves? Here is where the spirituality starts. That is what the Upanishads and all of them say कि न अस्ति अकृतः कृतेन परीक्ष्य लोकान् कर्मचितान् ब्राह्मणः निर्वेदमायात्. Let the intelligent person look into his own past experiences and others' experiences and get the vairagya. What is the nature of vairagya? It is an understanding. What is that? Akrutaha, krutena karmana akrutaha nasti. Through the temporary things, the permanent cannot be gained. Or through the karma, the permanent cannot be gained. This understanding is half of the vairagya, viveka and vairagya. The remaining half is, therefore, is there something which is permanent and can I get it? Now, this we can't know. We go to the Guru. And Guru already in that experience of permanent, so he guides us. Certainly, there is something permanent, having gained which everything is gained. Having reached where you have reached the ultimate. It is in you, within you as yourself. For that, these are the sadhanas. Or at the raw mind with all outer indulgences only we go to Guru. Or surrender to him. Then he tells what you are involving in is such one which one day will leave you and you become miserable like Pururava. There is another thing which is inside you as your own personal, own property, the self. When you reach that, nobody will take it away. It's always with you. Now choose yourself. The one who continuously chooses the temporary runs behind them as long as it is there. Then when it goes away, he becomes miserable for some time. And another again runs behind another. He is called Mudha, deluded. Murkha is a samsari baddha. But a jignasu sadhaka would be one day he will put full stop to all temporary pursuits. He takes initiative for the pursuing of the final or permanent. This is the crux of this main story you have to understand. And how we have to think and slowly come out of all our dependencies, slaveries, and attachments. A training is given to us through the song of Pururava. It worked for him. It will definitely work for anyone, and therefore it will work for us also. And any things you want to add, you can add, but see to it that it works. What are the things to be worked? First, come out of the so much of dukkha because of any of those bereavements which are inevitable. Then slowly start using the buddhi and discriminate as to how they troubled you or you yourself involved and got bound, and how it happened, what did it give in so many years or lives of involvement. Then how we have to be attentive. Next thought. With our own discretion, intellection, taking the help of Guru Shastra, come out of only one thing, not even two. That one thing is moha. I am pausing here for me to understand deeply for you also. We try to understand it to some level of depth we go, and again we come out of that contemplation and get carried away by some other thought or some other involvement. This is the one thing where we have to deeply pause, think, and fully understand and come out. Come out of what? Moha. So, what made Pururava involve in her, suffer because of her, or enjoy with her, and suffer when she went away was only Moha. And what is that he did through all his inquiry is he came out of that Moha. Clear? The delusion. What is a deep rooted delusion? Unknowingly or knowingly. Unknowingly or knowingly. Trying to hold on to the temporary permanently. Trying to hold on to permanently, which is temporary. Whether knowing that it is temporary or not knowing. And wanting it to make permanent. It can be thing or being or our own human life, anything it is. This is called delusion. And what is non-delusion? Highest level non-delusion is holding only permanent. Therefore, not getting carried away, even an iota also in the temporary. This is what Nachiketa. Shvobhava martyasya yedanta ketat. अरे कल रहेंगे ना रहेंगे गारंटी नहीं है. You are putting all of them in front of me. Even if they stay for some time, if I indulge in them, sarvendriyanam jarayanti tejaha. It all takes away all the prajna of the mana, buddhi and indriyas. And what is the human life? 70, 80, 90 years. Indulge karte karte, how the days and years are passing, nobody knows. Sarvam jivitam alpameva. See, in the 3, 4 deep thoughts, Nachiketa has written off or gave back, even without taking, all the things offered by Yamaraj. This is the difference between a story in Purana and the highest level of Viveka Vairagya Yukta disciple in the Upanishad. In the Purana, the kings and all the characters go through and become Vairagi. In the Upanishads, they are pure Vairagi from beginning and go to the death also, even to get the knowledge. Like Nachiketa went to the Lord, death only. I am ready to die, but give him Brahma Jnana. That is the meaning of he going to the Yamaraja or death. We have to pause in these things and think. And that ability to think on these things is called as pure heart, Shuddha Antakarana, Sattva Guna. If we don't have the interest or ability or effort or a trial to think in these things, that means we have no energy. Why do not have energy? Because all energy is leaked away in the outer pursuits because of the Rajoguna of some desires or Ragadvesha or Tamoguna of eat and sleep. If we have not come to the level of taking these serious things for our contemplation inquiry, we are not sattvic, we are not sadhak. And other than becoming sattvic and doing sadhana of inquiry like this, we can never come to understand where the mistakes are happening and we can never rectify them. We can never come out of problems permanently. Anybody, it is the same thing to all. So here the Pururava is guiding. And though the story happened to him, happened with Urvashi, may not be in other cases. For us, it might have happened in different occasions. So here his pain, his cry is like that. And it is an actual thing. And actual thing only he took into account. And from that only, through inquiry, he came out of the delusion with right understanding. He started with Ahome Moha Vistaraha. Then he said in the Ahome Atma Sammoha. I was deluded with my own ability, opportunity, possibility, divinity that I am made as a Krida Muruga. This is called Moha. We explained it sufficiently, so we will not think about it. Next one, I'm a great king. So much of the facilities of enjoyment bhoga are there. Listen the next thought. Myself is like a henpeg to her with all slavery, with all the love to her. And yet she considered me as the blade of grass and she left and went away. She is Ghore. How cruel she is. And how stupid, deluded fellow I am. Now, this is where we don't understand. How stupid, deluded I am that when she that way considered me as blade of grass and going away, I ran behind her like a madman, crying with the nakedness, and was got kicked by her like a donkey. If this one thing is understood, please remember when we were kicked earlier, and accept that behind anybody we run, they also will kick us like a donkey. Thoda भी शर्म अकल है तो after this we will never become slave to anything or being by giving undue importance. Whenever this maturity comes, then only we are safe. Till this understanding of detachment through right thinking doesn't come, we again and again become enslaved and again get kicked and disappointed. This way, repeatedly doing same mistake and suffering is called pramada or the moha. From one or two mistakes, learning and coming out of is called viveka and vairagya and vigata moha. Then what to do? The question comes, then pursue the permanent. Whether it is spiritual pursuit, whether of meditation, whether it is pursuit of devotion, whether pursuit of the yoga, whether pursuit of dharma or the pursuit of serving the world, one aspect, one category, whether becoming slave to the bhoga of the world through artha and kama, whatever you do, that becomes habit. In that the first four things are the noble ones, which elate us inside and outside. The second category is the ignoble one, which pulls us down and down and down. इसको पसंद करो तो ये पसंद होएगा, वो पसंद करो वो पसंद, ये करो तो ये आदत होगा, वो करो तो वो आदत होगा, ये करने इसका फल जो है वही आएगा, वो करने से उसका फल जो वही आएगा, और इसका फल बंधनम. This is what such a great king kicked, and how much must be pain in him that from the highest level of being revered, respected, welcomed, loved by all, by one stupid, useless woman discarding him and kicking him. It will happen to everyone. And the spiritual answer for it is the pure inner Atma Deva, the self. We have humiliated, insulted him by giving value to this imaginary projected stula being, that also one stupid lady with one stupid deha. That insult given to the Atma Deva inside is resulted in the form of this insult, this dukkha. That is how we have to pause, become little deeper in thinking, take time. एकदम लगातार सोच नहीं पाए तो 10 मिनट 15 मिनट थोड़ा सा रिलैक्स हो जाओ, फिर से नेक्स्ट स्टेप, कीप थिंकिंग and come to the understanding. The final understanding is it is my delusion that I gave value to the undue valuable thing and I got kicked by them. Some doesn't want to trouble us, but the vidhi is such that they have to. Doesn't want to leave us, but the vidhi is such that they have to leave one day. Same thing. Whether they deliberately leave or inevitably leave, the pain is same. This is what he says, Unmattavad Rudan. Now these next 2-3 shlokas are very, what you say, cannot be, should not be explained. More than that, one should deeply feel inside. I tell you, the jnanam that aham brahmasmi, we have to deeply feel inside. The bhakti that I am the ananya sharanagata bhakta to my Lord Krishna is to be deeply felt. I am on the path of doing the vritti nirodha of mine through the yoga. I have to feel so deeply in that. I am now for few years selflessly, egolessly serving the world. Deeply I should feel. And as a human being, I am only fulfilling my dharma, no adharma I am doing. That type of deep feeling with conviction we should do. That is called real doing. In the same way, I am in delusion because of my own given importance to undue things. Therefore, I have fallen prey to my own mistake and I am suffering. This aspect also very whole, fully, deeply, thoroughly, we have to involve in contemplation. Then only the correct amount of knowledge or understanding will come to remove the misunderstanding or delusion. ऊपर ऊपर सुपरफिशियल करने से ना उस साधना का फायदा होगा, ना इस विवेक का फायदा होगा. And all that why happens because we have not taken our life sincerely, seriously. That I am here to achieve something great. ये वाला seriousness नहीं है, तो then we don't enter deep in these both inquiries. Inquiry to get vairagya, inquiry to enter into sadhana. He is doing that. He is doing that. And is feeling so bad for her, for the situation, for himself. आफ्टर विच जब जख्म घाव बहुत भयंकर होता है ना, अकल भी अच्छी तरह से आता है. अब उनका इतना बढ़िया बड़ा सा ये घाव हुआ, ही इज जस्ट using all his intellectual power, which he was using earlier to attract her or earlier to king for defeat other kings and expand his kingdom. Same ability of his thinking he is using now to get out of his own delusion. Now there are two, three subtle things. If she is around, he will not think. Because she is around, available, so he will indulge in her, enjoy with her. Only when she goes away, he will think. Then Lord will take away deliberately to make us think. Remember, Guru and Bhagwan, आप लाख कोशिश करके नास्तिक बन के रहना चाहते हैं, संसारी बन के रहना चाहते हैं, किंचित भी साधना नहीं करना चाहते हैं, कितना भी कोशिश करो, this is not manzoor to the Lord. He will do some trick by which he will make us spiritual. Bhayankara Parama Nastika also will be made as Astika because he loves us and he wants to give us infinite. He will find his own techniques and tricks. So all those who are Bhayankara Nastikavadins of this life, they may live a Nastikavada whole life, holding all the placards and zendas and all. अगले लाइफ में यील भी पूल कान में पूल लगा के मंदिर में पूजा करने वाला पुजारी होगा वो. Telling everybody to become astic. Some trick will happen because ultimately everybody will have to believe the truth, reach truth on. Nobody can believe or accept untruth and stay only at the level of untruth for all the time, by the way. So that you keep. Now here his slokas are what? Ki this sloka number 11, I am chanting it, you try to feel it. Kutaha tasya anubhavah syat, kutaha tasya ishattvameva. What is, where is that person's anubhava, great achievements, ishatva, the mastery over the entire kingdom. Yaha, which person we are talking about? Yaha, that person who anvagacham striyam yantim. Karavata padata taditaha. Yantim striyam anu agachan. The woman who is going, he ran behind her, she kicked him like a donkey. What is the Ishravat of that person? What is the Anubhava of that person? What is his otherwise achievements in the world? What are his otherwise masteries? And what he said here as Anubhava and Ishatva, in the next sloka, he elaborately explained. In which he said, these things, even if you have achieved, if you are slave to the matter of the world, gunas of the world, the things and beings of the world, all of them are of no use. It is his own experience. And here and there, our experience also. And from even small, slightest experience also, if we learn, we are wise. हल्का सा शॉक लगा, हमको उससे पता करना है कि बिजली को टच नहीं करना. नहीं, ओनली व्हेन द 200 वाट्स टचेस मी एंड मैं बेहोश हो जाऊंगा तब भी सीखूंगा. देन इट इज नॉट अकल, मर जाओगे उसमें. So too a hot thing you held touched, it burned. Throughout life you must know that anything hot thing touched burned. No, मैं 30 डिग्री जलने के बाद ही समझूंगा. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. In the same way, from small dukkha, the one who can learn vairagya is the most lucky fellow. And this thought we heard, now we have to use this. Anywhere dukkha comes, let me use it by converting it into vairagya. And vairagya is not enough. After Vairagya, approaching the divine. Spirituality is never complete only by Viveka Vairagya or even by controlling Mana Indriyas. Not at all. Spirituality starts only after these, when we employ our faculties in pursuit of the infinite Paramatma. That is the giver of Ananda. By keeping away from Prakriti and Upadhi, only Dukkha Nivrutti is happening, not Sukha Prapti. Sukha Prapti will come only when I discover my Ananda Sukha Swarupa. Clear? So, yo anvagachan striyam yantim karavat pada taditaha. That heroism is this one, wherein he will no more now bend behind anyone to get kicked. No vastu should kick me, no situation should kick me, no vyakti should kick me from now onwards. And how do we get kicked? Giving undue value and importance. That undue value and importance here he gave because of the sukha bhoga he was getting from her. Along with this, the other ways we give the undue value importance is on the name of duties, on the name of obligations, on the name of services. Even these seemingly good, noble things also, if they disturb our peace of mind more, if they disturb our spiritual sadhana, please understand they are also liability. एंड टू बी ए सीरियस सिंसियर सीकर हमें कहीं नहीं फंसना इंक्लूडिंग इवन धर्म दैट इज सर्वधर्मान परित्यज I should not tell all these things, but sharing with you, even dharma becomes cause of frustration sometime because you want to do the dharma, but that other fellow is not receiving. You want to bring up your children, that's your dharma. You want to practice, that fellow is not listening. My dharma is wanting to teach you shastra. अब सुन ही नहीं रहे हो अभी मैं दुखी suffering because of practicing the dharma. That also is a problem. Bhagavan Sarva Irman Vartija, only dharma projita paramaha. Only parama dharma is the only one where that's no problem. In all others giving dharma, नहीं करने का एक प्रॉब्लम है तो लगातार करने का दूसरा प्रॉब्लम है तो करना नहीं होता है तीसरा प्रॉब्लम है अपने तरफ से कोशिश करो फिर भी नहीं होता दैट्स द बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम. That is why to come out of adharma, the dharma is required. But after some time, even that also is an obstruction in the spiritual path. That is why the difference between the adharma and paramadharma. Better is dharma than adharma. But the better is paramadharma than adharma. The paramadharma is sarvadharman paritteja mamekam sharanam raja. Seeking only Paramatma is paramadharma. So he is just thinking all that scenery. She left and going away. I was shouting at her, Jaye Ghore Tishte. Tishta, I went near her. She is kicked only. Literally, she kicked or not. She not caring and going away is worse than kicking. अब kicking भी चाहिए क्या? It might have happened. He might have held her hands. रुको रुको उसने झटका दिया होगा धक्का दिया होगा छोड़ो मुझे कहा होगा. No, Kharavatadita is in any way. Vocally, she might have shouted, like what Tulsidasa's wife said to him, though respectfully. In other cases, they say very horribly, शर्म नहीं आता गधे तुम्हारे से बेटर है. ऐसे भी वाइफ से सुने हुए हस्बैंड्स होंगे. In case of Tulsidas, she said, half of this, your attachment to me, if you have for Lord Rama, you would have got Rama Darshana by now. He was so lucky with his punya in earlier lives. She being such a noble lady. और दूसरे लोग भी तो मेरे प्यारे मेरे पति देव मेरे लिए तो इतने समुद्र में नदी में तैरते हुए आ गए. She will be so much crying and loving and hugging him. She said that is the glory of her. All credit of Tulsidas becoming great goes to his wife. All other wives, then they make such a big announcement in the world. My husband loves me so much that he came in such a flooding river and he traveled on a dead body. And when he had to enter into my room from the top of the roof, he came with a snake, black cobra, as a support. That happened to him. He thought it is a rope, but it was a black cobra, holding which he came down. रात में पहुंचे. Daytime, all the in-laws will see, they will laugh. So night he came and who persuaded? And it was heavily raining, but still he wanted to meet her. So much of infatuation because he never had the touch of women, including mother, from his childhood. And she's so loving, kind, and all. Naturally, when he wanted to cross, he tried. Say, एक लागा wood came, he held that and came. वो कोई dead body या मगरमच्छ था वो, उसको पार. Then she said, that is the one which brought whole transformation in him. She did not say out of anger or anything, but she said divinity spoke through her like that. And he took it as Rama Anushasanam only. Okay, he said. He went and became great Tulsidas. Others become Devdas. That is what we have to wait for an occasion. Oh Lord, give me such akal with which every distressing disappointment situation add to my vairagya for the world and my devotion to you. See how many times you gave me human life. In this life, how many years you gave me with each year having 365 days. And in every day, how much of faculties you gave me. Many times I went to you in a temple, in my own home, puja room, satsang. But nowhere I was deeply involved to enjoy your devotion, enjoy my service at your feet. How superficial I was. When will I become so deeply from the core of my heart involved in my devotion to you through Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, that Pratyaksha Rupa I have your darshan, that the entire body of mine becomes so horripulated, the tear comes in eyes, etc. Or even that having your darsana is the final achievement, after which I don't even want to live in the body. At the very moment of your darshan, may I leave the body and merge in you. There are many bhaktas did like this. You know, the Sharabhanga Rishi, Shrishi, the Sutikshna Rishis, the Shabari Mata, even into Jnanadev Tukar. भगवान का दर्शन होने के बाद अभी इस जीने की क्या जरूरत है भाई, जो लक्ष्य है मिल गया, अभी इसको क्या मेंटेन करके फंसना है. They left the body and merged in God. That should be our goal. Not time pass के लिए going to class or doing upasana. And this time pass के लिए going to class, doing upasana is not we are doing deliberately. The point is we are at that less matured level. We have to mature more, that this is not the end, it's only beginning. We have to so deeply involve in our sadhana that भगवान को मजबूरन आके हमें अनुभव या दर्शन देना है. And for achieving that, what is the obstruction is our laukika prajna and all our infatuation to the things of the world. And therefore, like Kunti Devi, what we have to pray, give me so many kicks or dukkhas, O Lord, that I give up everything and turn only towards you. And a more courageous, daring person will pray to the Lord like this, that even slightest also with my senses, body, mind level, I do anything for bhoga other than your sadhana and puja. Oh Lord, kick me there, beat me there, give me such a punishment and humiliation that I should never even go towards it. This is a prayer by a highly matured person. तभी जाकर अकल पूरा आएगा कि हम उस तरफ जाएंगे नहीं, हमें उस गली में नहीं जाना जहां हम फंसेंगे. जाएगा तो फंस ही जाएगा. Are you understanding? This is the desire inside. Samendro Medhya Sprunoto is this. Amrutasya Deva Dharana means this. Shariram Vicharshana means this. Morning class. And what is said by Vidura? Who is a Mahakulina? That is the same thing. Mahakula. Any text, all of them guide us, Indian Shastras, only for our higher understanding and higher evolution. Okay. Now what is his Anubhava and Ishwaratvam? When he is kicked by a woman like a donkey. Then, which are the Anubhavas which are of no use if you are slave to any of the objects or people of the world? One Vidya. Kim Vidyaya, Kim Tapasa, Kim Tyagena, Kim Shrutena, Kim Viviktena, Kim Maunena. The six of the most greatly exclaimed spiritual sadhanas, though done for many years with all the depth and sincerity, and even reach to some great heights also, will all be of no use and become zero or null and void with one mistake, and that is Stribhiryasya Manohrutam. And yesterday we spoke, the Stri is not Mamsamai, it is Manomai. In the Mana. And we added yesterday that the only way to remove the Manomai Stri is Upasana of the mother. Thereafter, taking every woman only as the mother. This is the only way which can protect us. There is no other alternative. The Divine Mother. Sarvam Vishwam Jaganmata Swarupam. That is why Devi Upasana for some years, to have that Sharanagati Prema Bhakti Bhava as the entire world being her own expression, is the one which helps us to come out of all this. No other way. So, what are the six things? Kim Vidyaya. All our abilities, talents, special capacities, special coachings we took and learnt, with which professionally in the world we became successful. What is use of that? And all such people, somewhere they got caught up with some or the other girl, women, then they lose everything. The students in the college, school. So promising, he topped in the Zilla. Therefore, he sent to the headquarters for study with lot of loans taken by the parents. That Beokuf goes there and somebody gets lost into all his Vidya is gone. In small degree or big degree, continuously it is happening. That's what we were saying yesterday or morning class. Don't send your children to hostels at all. Keep them at your own home and study. At least they are under your security. If you send them 24 hours, they should be online, which is the facility nowadays available. Never give them even one moment of freedom. Let them hate you, let them insult you, talk, whatever it is. Yet protecting them from all this downfall is a kartavya of the parents. Everyday kartavya. This is a pain a true parent has to go through. Leave them, oh gone. Once it is gone, no, you can't hold on. Once they lose, the age at the time of attraction, infatuation for the drugs or drinks or eating and all these things are so powerful. Ki, after involving, if you try to stop them, they will leave you or they will die, commit suicide. Should we allow it to that level? Take a promise note from the children. If you send them to hostel, other than study, you will not focus on it. Then only. This is how you will protect, Baba. नहीं तो एक जन्म का नहीं होता हो. जन्म जन्म that habit destroys that person. In this life, they are your children, you are a parent. In next life, they may not be. But in this life, you have to fulfill that responsibility. Any gadbadi does, let the lakho rupee of the fees go away, pull that fellow to your own village and make him a car shed mechanic. That is better to save him than allowing him to get destroyed. And this every day you have to talk. And nowadays everything is open. To tell as a parent to the children. This is how you get lost. This is how you get lost. Never. Jab ka tab, immediately. Nowadays, all the foreigners, the slightest, even a symptom of fever and all, they immediately take some Tylenols and they protect. They don't want to aggravate the disease to suffer. That's a way wisdom. Hopefully, that medicine is correct, that it doesn't trouble in the long run. That is, by the way, the other care. I'm just taking that example of slightest symptom, taking medicine and becoming cured, to tell that slightest symptom, take care there only. You can never allow. अरे भाई इतना लाख कोशिश करने के बावजूद भी इसका प्रारब्ध सत्यानाश वाला है, तो हो जाएगा, you can't do. In that case, how much care you have to take care? You can't leave it saying that उसके प्रारब्ध में है तो होएगा, नहीं तो नहीं. Then you are useless parent. Anybody for that matter. Vidya is gone. Second, tapasa. All the hard work he has done to scale a great height. You know, in today's world, every field is so competitive. You have to do so much of tapasya even to come to a level of self-sustenance and maintenance. Little chance given and not done the tapasya, we will fall such a low level and we are behind everybody then. Every company, how much they are struggling, every individual, how much they are struggling. The central government, उसकी अपनी तपस्या है अपने power को बचाने के लिए. At the center level, other level and new places they have to come up. Now in the Maharashtra, next 2-3 days, you will see the whole change. Who is the one who is not doing tapasya to sustain in today's competitive world? So with all those sacrifices, efforts called tapasya, when one reaches one level, after reaching that again, if somebody is infatuated, all that effort and reaching to that level is gone, destroyed the life. We have told the examples of all the people in sports, in the film industry, in politics, in all the technological things in the world, even in spirituality. With so much of tough struggle and effort, they reach to some height. But after reaching there through tapasya, because of the one or two of these infatuation, they lose sight of the entire goal. Therefore, equally important doing the sadhana is protecting ourselves from falling. That is the meaning of Uddhareda Atmana Atmanam, then Na Atmanam Avasadayet. Lifting ourselves up is as important as not allowing us to fall down. If we keep on falling, what is the meaning in that lifting up? आत्मा को अवसादन होने देते हैं तो उद्धार का क्या फर्क, क्या फायदा हुआ? किम विद्या किम तपसा then kim tyagena. Tyaga is this and that things given up out of wisdom. Some people have that knack and wisdom to reduce their dependency and become tyagi. Here the example tyagi is no attachment to parents, no attachment to brothers, sisters. Tyaga. No attachment to elders. I am detached, I am going there to study and all. ये त्याग यहाँ किया बट वहां जाकर फंस गए. What is use of this tyaga then? Because to go to another place for your study, etc., you need a lot of tyaga. Tyaga of your own comfort, security, which you are getting from your parents, that love, concern. And उनको भी त्याग करके जाना पड़ता है. But क्या यूज है उस त्याग का? How much ever we do tyaga, at one place we get caught up because any bhoga, every tyaga is of no use. No, whether we are able to do it or not, we should be ready to understand first of all. Understanding is given here. Practice is आपके लाइफ में आज करो या 10 जन्म के बाद करो, बट करना तो ये है. Is tyaga important or not getting infatuated important? Means tyaga is fulfilled only when we are not this way getting fallen. Don't destroy all these great achievements by this mistake. On the other hand, complement those achievements by not giving a chance to fall. That is what we have to. And the word is Triviryasya Manohrutam. Triviryasya Manohrutam is a point to be deliberated every day for half an hour, 1 hour seriously. What is that which is looting my mind's attention? What is that which is gathering importance in my thinking? On what object or thing throughout the day I am contemplating, and on which, because of which my so many desires are coming. इसका बार बार सोचना है. स्त्री here is sa and ta and ra. स्त्री sa ta ra. स्त्री sa sattva ta tamas, ra is rajas. So स्त्री means prakriti. Any prakriti is स्त्री. स्त्री is not prakriti. Prakriti is स्त्री. Strivhiryasya manohrutam. Most powerful. So, kim vidya, kim tapasa, kim tyagena. Fourth one, kim shrutena va. देखो, ऑल शास्त्र स्टडीड, ऑल वेदांत, उपनिषद, भाष्य, सब सुना, पढ़ा, पढ़ाया, सब कुछ हुआ, बट स्त्रीवीर्यस्य मनोजितम किम. No, complement this knowledge with the Guru Ashtakam written by Shankar Bhagavan. There Shankar Bhagavan says, you have done all the Tyaga Vairagya sadhanas or you have indulged in all luxuries. In both cases, what is the use of all of that if you don't have bhakti at the feet of Guru or God? है ना, गुरोर अंघ्रि पद्मे मनश्चेत न लग्नम ततः किम ततः किम ततः किम ततः किम. दैट इज द होल श्लोक. वो ये जोड़कर क्या समझना है, इंदर हियर व्हाट इज सेड, विद्या तपः त्याग श्रुति, ऑल दैट यू डिड, बट व्हाट इज द यूज ऑफ ऑल दैट if your mind is looted by these three? Then how to add that one? Then how to get rid of this? By holding on to feet of Guru. When the feet of the Guru is held, he does both, protecting us from all these falls and fulfilling all our sadhanas. That is why Guru, Shastra, Satsanga should never be left. That's the only thing which helps us in Uddhared Atmana Atmanam, helps us in not allowing the Atma to get avasadhanam. Na Atmanam avasadi. Somewhere some strong support should be there for us not to get drowned. Support is always there. We are not holding on to that truly, genuinely. We are taking that support for granted lightly. Therefore, you get flown. So, Kim Shrutena, remember, all the Upanishad, 22 times we may study with Bhashya. It is totally different thing. While doing all that, before or after, if Striviryasya Manohratam is allowed to happen, all the Shruti Jnanam will not be of the use. That is the power of this lust or passion. This is what underlined thing one has to understand. At certain age or because of some reasons, it appears to us as if it has gone. It never goes. When again time and opportunity comes, it comes with the volcanic erupting force and power. Therefore, you can never take for granted even a moment. That is the commitment. And it is not as difficult and serious as we think if you have the knack. Knack is what? आपने पूजा रूम से बाहर नहीं आना, बाहर के लोगों को अंदर आने नहीं देना, बस. You know, this Ramakrishna Paramhans, he never comes out of Kali Mata. Foolish. Okay, he is protected. Ramana Maharshi never comes down of that Hima, that whatever Arunachala Giri. He is there, that's it. Only when he comes down, there is a problem. That will be told to us in this mantra 22-23 as a solution for all these things. That time we will spend sufficient time thoroughly to understand it. You understand? Puja Gurudev. We never left Shastra, Dhanam, Dhyanam and teaching it to others. Chance is not given. Mana should totally involve in Paramatma till it becomes dissolved. That only Paramatma remains. No mana, then only there is chance of not falling. No chance given to the fall. Clear? Kim Srutena. Then Kim Viviktena. You have left everything and gone to a Vivikta Sthana. But your mind is wandering only on the Striviryasya Manohrutam. And what do we do being there? In the mind, think only that when the thinking becomes stronger, that Vivikta Sthana you leave and come back again only to the place where what your mind at a end is available. And the last one is Kim Mauneno. The real Mauna is Mauna of the Mana, where nothing in the mind other than Paramatma. Other than start this desire. Other than Paramatma, nothing in the mind. Intensify it day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out. इतना कि भगवान के अलावा मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए. खुद भगवान देवे तो भी. That's what Nachiketas. That's what Prahladas. Each one of us have the Hiranyakashapu, Hiranyaksha in us. Each one has have the Nachiketa Prahlada in us. किसको मारकर किसको बढ़ावा करे वो अपने आप. kill Nachiketa and Prahlada and pamper the Hiranyakashipu and Ravana, we will become like that. Eliminate totally these two and develop Prahlada Nachiketa, we will be like that. Chant Samara hai. One fellow, these two are enemies to God, therefore they grew and died. Others are devotees to the God, therefore that way they grew and they got protected. शास्त्र गुरु भगवत भक्ति जिनको है उनके अंदर प्रहलाद नचिकेत को बढ़ावा मिलेगा. प्रहलाद इज भक्ति का पराकाष्ठा. दैट इज व्हाई आई टेक दैट एग्जांपल. नचिकेता इज द ज्ञान का पराकाष्ठा बिकॉज इट इज सच ए स्मॉल एज by denying everything whatever is freely given by Yamaraj, he sought only the Paramatma. Varastu me varniyasa eva, varastu me varniyasa eva. That is the only thing I want. कुछ भी पूछो तो कुछ भी दो कुछ नहीं चाहिए. लाइक दैट हनुमान जी, सिवाय राम भक्ति राम सेवा नहीं चाहिए कुछ. सो टू मदर सीता, आई एम राम पत्नी, दैट्स इज नथिंग. सो टू भरत लक्ष्मण शत्रुघ्न, रामदास है हम. So, if you search thousands of examples, you can find of those who have fallen prey to this Trivir Manoyastagatam and destroyed their life. Equal number of examples we find in life who, with the help of Guru Shastra and Bhagwan, have discovered the ultimate, protected themselves from all fall. उन एग्जाम्पल को पढ़ते हुए हमें वो इंस्पिरेशन लेना है. Else, at those weak moments, it appears that theoretically it is okay, but practically it is impossible. This is the highest way the mind acts to defeat us, by saying that it is impossible. What is the mind saying? It is impossible to give up world. It is equally impossible to hold on to the God. That's how many people don't even start doing both. And you and I, even after doing for a long time, when the urges are strong or powerful, that time that thought of impossibility comes, then we leave the world and leave the Paramatma and go again to the world. That day where you bunked the class, late came, that is the meaning of it was impossible for me to leave the world and it was impossible for me to come to class. And that day you could come, that is the other way around. You made it possible both to keep the other things away, come to the class. It's in your own hands. So make this possibility stronger, stronger, stronger. दोनों पॉसिबल है, वो छोड़ना भी ये पकड़ना भी पॉसिबल. You know, Gurudev's that quotation, impossible. That M के ऊपर he kept an apostrophe, whatever you call. That become I am possible. You know, I am POSSIBLE. ऊपर he put it I am possible. That day when we decide these three things. One, it is possible. Second, I can make it possible. Third, I started trying to make it possible. When these three things deeply happen in us, we are blessing ourselves. Whether it is getting up in morning, whether doing our very properly planned daily routine of sadhanas, whether keeping away the disturbing, distracting things. You know, a person when he thinks that his highest sugar also he can bring it to balance, if he believes in it being possible, he will make it possible. He takes all the cares, whatever the doctor says, and he shows. I had 300, 400, 500, now normal, 96, empty stomach, and after breakfast, BP, he is only 132, 129. It is made. BP brought into control, it is made. Heart has some blocks, but that is through treatment and cares. He protected for 40, 30 years. Physically, I am telling examples of thousands of people who are making it possible by accepting that it is possible and by trying it. And those who never succeed only fail only because they never accepted that it is possible and they never accepted that it is possible to me and I must start doing. We have to do it, help ourselves. These are more crucial than mere their intellectual information. Information, unless practiced, the transformation will not come. Transformation alone helps, not information. Then keep yourself in the place of Pururava and feel when he is saying these three shlokas, how much he must be coaxing himself, hitting his own head with his own hand. Kim vidyaya, kim tapasa, kim tyagena, kim shrutena, kim viviktena, kim maunena, striviryasya manohrutam. It is a direct experience to him. He has got all those things. Vidya, tapasya, tyaga, shruta, vivikta, mauna. But one thing, his mind looted by her, now see the position. Mind you, nothing is happening outside. It is happening inside. What we study all the Shastras is inside, nothing to do with outside. That will be told in the next 7-8 slokas. It is not the paristhiti which is cause of problem. It is the manasthiti. And again, if we give time and chance, we will keep on analyzing and explaining for hours together. One thought is we have to be careful at the bud level and nip it. If the bud level, if it is nipped, not nipped, then once it becomes a huge thing, you can't. You know, that Shwana Vritti, it is said. Dog is, थोड़ा आवाज आती है उसके कान खुलते हैं. थोड़ा ज्यादा आवाज अलर्ट हो जाती है वो. और थोड़ा आते ही भाव भाव करने लगती है. Do you see? That type of alertness we have to have in our life regarding the dangers. A more befitting, beautiful example is given in Gita in the chapter 2, 53rd, 54th, 55th or 56th verse. Like the example of tortoise. Kurmonganiva sarvashah. Yada samharate cha ayam kurmaha anganiva sarvashah. Indriyani indriyartebhyah tasya prajna pratishtita. Before that, thorough knowledge from the Guru of Shastra must come. Paramatma alone is my goal. He alone is the reality. Anything other than him is Maya. Given a chance, Maya deludes me and pulls me to a Jiva level and makes me suffer by making me act on the base of Kamana and forces me to take different bodies as Janma Marana. I want to avoid all that. Unless this basic knowledge so strong is there, to fulfill this knowledge only, we have to become alert. That alertness will come and it will help us. Like I want to be 100% healthy. I don't want to allow the sugar value to grow because it will destroy all our vital parts. After this conviction only, anything comes in front which gives the sugar, it will be taken as poison. I have the guts to say no to it. Is so alert while talking what they are serving in the plate. No, 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 no. ये sugar नहीं चाहिए नहीं चाहिए. Any for that matter, BP वाले हो वाला और कुछ example कुछ भी हो. So like that Shwana, like that the tortoise, every moment when we are alert about our own mind and its thoughts from within, the perceptions brought by the senses from outside. When we are alert and select delete when we do, we are safe. And mind you, every moment, select all, delete all. Somebody's phone, including mine, storage is always full. अब नया आता ही नहीं. I have to unless delete some data, new things will not come. Our life should be like that. The storage is filled with Bhagavan so much that anything other than that has no place for it. And the caution comes there. If it gets eliminated, if the storage place is not emptied for थोड़ा खाली नहीं किया भीख मांगते हो कम से कम 100 MB खाली करो. The desires of the world will do like that only. थोड़ा तो टाइम भगवान से हटाओ. I will entertain you. We should say no storage please, it's fully. Then that will get deleted. It will not even come to the inbox. And when the storage is full, matter आता है कि some of the things will not function. It is good. We want nothing to function other than dimag, to inquire the Lord, other than the dil, to feel for the Lord. What other function is needed? These Surdas and were so happy. Thank God मेरे को आंख नहीं है. इस दुनिया को देखकर मैं फंसा नहीं. I am 1/5 saved, better than others. They have a different vision. अच्छा हो गया मैं भगवान को हृदय में देख रहा हूँ. मैं आंखों से देख पाता तो I'll see the world and get bound. I'm telling that example of some functions will not function. Let it be. What is it? Some functions will not function. When we become purely spiritual, people won't love you. They won't call you. They will look at you in a different, funny manner. A gone case. Be ready for all that. It's good that they think I'm gone case. And where am I gone? I know it. I am gone into God, not gone for destruction like them. By the way, clear? So, किम विविक्तेन किम मौनेन स्त्री भी यस्य मनोहृतम, ये श्लोक लिख लेना, 1000 बार पढ़ना डेली उसको. किम विद्या किम तपस्य तपसा किम त्यागेन श्रुतेन वा किम विविक्तेन मौनेन स्त्री भी यस्य मनः हृतम. स्त्री means any matter, any prakriti, anything other than the God. We have told in the beginning only, Urvashi means anything other than Paramatma for us. Most powerful is Urvashi. That is in all languages, Hindi, Telugu, wherever that pathetic songs of heroine ditching or leaving hero and goes, that song is on Urvashi only. Because they might have studied Bhagavad. We understood? Intellectually at least. And start feeling for it. That is calls for sattva guna, and that comes only through single pointed upasana. Thousand lakhs and lakhs of japa, Bhagavan Nama, mantro-charana, prarthana to Bhagavan. When it is done, all the weakening stuff of negativities of rajas tamas goes away from us. Then the sattva guna comes. At that sattva guna level only, this knowledge will be truly understood, utilized, and got benefited. सब मिलकर करना है साधना. And we all are going to be pakka in all this understanding and practicing. If we continue to be at the feet of Shastra, at the feet of the Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara, Guru Dev, as well as at the feet of the Lord. So far our life is holding on to crocodile in the flood of the river and not giving our hand to the NDRF who wanted to save us. At second level, hold on with one hand the crocodile, other hand NDRF. At the third level, leave that crocodile, hold on only to them, then they will protect us. The crocodile is the samsara, the NDRF is the God, the Guru, the Shastra. The flood is the samsara, which end is only destruction. And with a little quiet mind, we can see with so much of rajas and tamas how our every moment and day is getting flooded into samsara. भागी जा रहा है दिन सुबह से लेकर एक्सेप्ट भगवान भगवान का ध्यान one after the other plannings activities projects like flood only taking away. We are all so vigorously busy in this Kali Yuga only for our own destruction. Anything other than divinity is destruction. That is a standing sentence. You may change it for your convenience, but it's a fact. Flooded. In the flood, you can't stop yourself. देखो बड़े बड़े swimmers भी flow जाते हैं उसमें. And we are flooding our day with so much of rajas tamas, with infatuation to so many things. Here कैसा उर्वशी बाकी बहुत सारे लोगों को खाओ टीवी देखो सो जाओ. That is a उर्वशी for them. Some people go outing with the friends, gappe maro. That is the flood for them. Some other people, everyone has something. The uncommon thing is each one is attached to different. The common thing is everyone is attached to something. If they are not spiritual, means they are attached. If you are not coming to my class, either you must go to any other class or do your sadhana at home. If other these three things are not there, you are lost. So to me, I am in the class talking to you. When I am off the class, I must be only in my upasana sadhana. Then otherwise, I am also lost in the flood. दिस इज सच एन इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक. इतना बढ़िया क्लियर स्पष्ट कहानी के रूप में हमारे जीवन के अनुभवों का आधार से समझाने का बार बार नहीं आता. अगर आया भी we may not find this type of time, mind, energy to study it. Like if while talking this topic, if I am full of stomachache, headache, can I do justice to that talk? So too you are listening. ऐसा कोई प्रॉब्लम टेंशन है मन में, आप सुन पाओगे क्या? नहीं. तो जब भगवान मौका देते तभी उसका फायदा उठाना है. Clear? Now he is talking about himself. Swarthasya akovidam mam dhik. I, the one who doesn't know where is my welfare or maturity or my prosperity or my evolution. I, the one who doesn't know about my own evolution, such a murkha I am, phai upon me, मेरा धिक्कार हो. देखो, जिस दिन हम लोगों को मौका नहीं देते, खुद के जीवन को देखकर धिक्कार मानते हैं ना, then only we can start evolving. The other opposite of not doing dhikkaram of our own life is justifying. See, any logic you use for justification, you may succeed. But the basic fact that justifying for worldliness itself is wrong. The one who justifies will go on committing same mistakes and keep on falling. The only two ways are one, non-justification, second, feeling dhikkara about myself. Like when I look back to my whole day today, wherever I have not done sadhana, 1 hour, 2 hour, excessively slept or wasted time in this and that, if I don't feel dhikkara of it today, tomorrow I will not be careful. Tomorrow also I'll repeat. Then it becomes a habit. Then I justify. Once it becomes a habit, it starts giving happiness. Once it starts giving happiness, that is enough for us to justify it. This is how people get lost. This is called delusion. What is the delusion here? Not pausing and thinking something opposite to is to which is right. सही चीज को नहीं समझना, समझने का कोशिश नहीं करना, गलत को ही सही मानना. This is called delusion. Such person who got deluded is not available for anybody's logic. Anything told, he will not try to listen to understand the truth what Guru is speaking. He only thinks to counter what he says. Like while I am talking to you about being regular to class. You only will think कि क्या जवाब दे स्वामी जी को. Not that what he is saying is right, therefore I'll be careful next time. That's called delusion. It is so powerful, it is, that we don't even know that we are deluded and lost in it. Like when parents say, "Ray, इससे अच्छी लड़की है रे, we have already talked to them." No, he says, "तुम लंबा उर्वशी मेहनका को love, I don't want her, I want only this girl." All proofs you show, yet he says, that's called delusion. You know, the most important example for this Majnu, I think I told you a few years back, that Laila was the worst faced woman in the entire universe. Not at all beautiful, useless. Everybody used to tell that stupid, why are you infatuated with that useless girl? There are so many, so many. You know what he used to say out of his great infatuation delusion? His Hindi sentence was, तो लैला को देखना है तो मजनू के आंखों से देखो. अब he'll talk, look with my eyes, you look so beautiful. Like the saint says, look the world with my eyes, you will see everything as divine. That fellow, that's called delusion. What happens that level of delusion ना, जो हम इमेजिनेशन करते हैं वो उसमें है ऐसा सोचते हैं और आज नहीं तो कल आएगा ऐसे सोचते जाते हैं. नहीं समझते कि जो हम चाहते वो नहीं है, उसको छोड़ना चाहिए. Like the kutte chanting the patthal on the in the dustbin. They think there's something, they go on looking at and trying to lick it out. There's nothing. That is called delusion. And you look from here, but useless dog, there's nothing, still it is licking. Same we are doing. That is why he gave the example of donkey and all. That's how we have to be very serious about. After all this done only, when that infatuations, attachments go away, Then the mind comes to a stable stage that alone can be employed for satsang, swadhyaya, sadhana, japa, dhyana, effectively, deeply, continuously, leading to such a glorious, beautiful results which are promised in the Shastras. To give that only all the Shastras, Satsang, Guru are there. So, Swartasya Akovidam. I don't know what is good for me. Dhigmam. To such me, Dhikkar ho. On the other hand, this loka I need half an hour to explain. Tomorrow I will do that. One side, I don't know what is good for me. Other side, because of this, I am Paramamurkha. Yet, I consider myself to be Panditam Maninam. Pandita Maninam. No, this is such a valid sentence. सुनने को बुरा लगता है, लेकिन इससे बढ़कर सच्ची और अच्छी बात और कोई है क्या? In what lies my good, if that is not known, and what is bad for me, if I take that as good, and if I consider myself the Pandita, can there be better Murkha than me in this world? मूर्खम पंडित मानिन. अब मूर्ख अपने आप को मूर्ख जानता है, मानता है, एटलीस्ट ही कैन ट्राई टू बिकम पंडित. बट इफ ही सेज हिज मूर्खता अलोन इज पांडित्य, हु कैन हेल्प हिम? These slokas are such ones, to explain them. You need lot of thinking, data, example, slokas. And to listen also, that much patience is required. So much patiently you have to listen. Same thing Krishna tells to Arjuna. He is crying, frustrated, मूर्खा और पंडित की तरह is giving lecture to Lord Krishna only. Murkha. And what is murkhata? What is panditya? Therefore, attachment is murkhata, detachment is panditya. If it is said in one goal, one go. Because Pandit knows Paramatma alone is reality, everything is mithya. How can you attach to mithya? If you are attached to mithya, therefore you are not pandita. If you are not pandita, after the opposite of that is murkha only. The only two cases, मूर्ख और पंडित. पंडित है तो मूर्ख नहीं हो सकता, मूर्ख है तो पंडित नहीं हो सकता, दोनों इकट्ठे नहीं हो सकते. सो 12 घंटे मूर्ख, 12 घंटे पंडित. व्हाट यू मीन? सुबह 6 से शाम 6 पंडित, बस मूर्ख. रात में 6 से सुबह 6 पंडित. He was not disturbing anyone. Now, स्वार्थस्य अकोविदम धिंगमाम मूर्खम पंडितमानिनम यह हम ईश्वरताम प्राप्य. Reason is, though I became Ishvara of the entire world as a king, Stribhir go Karavajitaha. I was conquered by the woman like a buffalo or a bull or donkey is being conquered by the master of it, giving all the beatings and using it for his purpose. So here, Stri is Yajamani and Go Khara is the animals which become slaves to them. This sloka needs more explanation. Then after 2 slokas, then 16, 17 he says, no, she is not at fault, it is me. And where is Guru Kripa? I'll tell you. When somebody or something leaves you and you suffer so much, then after some time when thank God they left me, that I am able to do my sadhana, that is called Guru Kripa. First Guru Kripa was taking things being away from you. Second, making realize that what happened is good is second Guru Kripa. Third Guru Kripa is then what to do? Exclusively focus on sadhana. That is Guru Kripa. This is called Guru Kripa. And the fourth Guru Kripa is discovering Guru Kripa in all these 3. When everybody leaves me, when I realize that it was good, then when I use my time for Paramatma, all these are Guru Kripa. When I realize it, then I am really blessed by Guru Kripa. Guru Kripa जानने के लिए भी Guru Kripa चाहिए. भगवत कृपा जानने के लिए कृपा चाहिए. That is the point. Further we will see tomorrow. Beautiful chapter. This is that way content-wise very essential. For a person just to come out of all this falling, rising, once for all, sara kick and involve in sadhana, pakka. Never stopping anywhere. कोई गाड़ियाँ ना धक्का देते जाओ, कुछ देर जाता है, रुक जाता है, फिर फेल, फिर एक बार ऑयल खत्म हो गया, बेरिंग्स खत्म हो गए, हवा खत्म हो गया, पेट्रोल खत्म. What nonsense. But a vehicle which is full, once it hits the highway, no stop. That way our sadhana should be. For that way to do sadhana, these are the portions which help us, where we clear off all the obstructions once for all. Badhiya. And it is essential. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om. All Sri Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. I don't know how you are